This is where the battle began. This is the Cashtown Road, and the Confederates were coming up the road. This statue behind me is of General John Buford. He was the Union cavalry officer, and I'll dub that in later. Thank you. Started that like peace movement. Pearson's Ridge, and this is where the battle began on July 1st, 1863. This ridge was manned by cavalry officers under General John Buford. And this is right where I'm standing is where the first shot of the Battle of Gettysburg was fired at the Confederates. Just kind of just open up. Actually, there's a fade. Fade, and then when you hit start, it'll come in.
So you want me to start like?
Yeah, just go ahead. The battle raged here for 2 or 3 hours as the Federal First Corps held back division after division of Confederates. And right here on the McPherson farm is where the battle began. Okay. The McPherson farm with Matthew Brady standing on it. This was where the Confederate lines first began to come in these fields. Yeah. This field, McPherson Ridge, was where the first repulse of the Confederate first wave was, as they were coming across this field here and wanting to head over into the town, where you can see the steeple over there of the Theological Seminary and McPherson's barn. This is the first field of fighting. It rapidly began to accelerate throughout the morning of the 1st. General Lee wasn't here, and he had cautioned them not to bring on a general engagement. I had not yet arrived on the battlefield, and I had instructed my generals not to bring on a general engagement here with the Army of the Potomac, which we had suspected was in this area. So after we pushed them off this ridge here, I went over to the seminary over there and was able to look in and take in the lay of the land. And I established my headquarters right down here on the Cashtown Road in a small field across from that stone house over there. In retrospect, I wish my generals had continued their assault on the Union lines, because they were able to gain the high ground over there, and I spent the next 3 days trying to push those people off the high ground. Arriving in the afternoon, I established my headquarters right over here. But actually, I did my sleeping in a tent out here, and there was busy couriers coming and going all the time. After we had pushed the Federals off that ridge there, that night I had a meeting with my generals, and General Stewart was able to show up, and I told him that, General, you are the eyes and ears of this army. And he had been missing, but he rejoined us, and we began our assaults on the heights on the other side of town. In the Lutheran Theological Seminary is where I was able to get up onto the cupola and get a good picture of the lay of the land out towards the heights where those people were. On the first day, General Buford and General Reynolds were both up there looking out as our troops were coming up the Cashtown Pike. And after the afternoon of the first day, we were able to drive the Federals off of this ridge and through the town to the heights beyond. Where in the movie, General Buford was sitting and writing a dispatch to the other generals that he would have to hold the town. But he was sitting right here. If you could get a nice shot of just a good still shot here like this, then we'll dub that in and we'll show you how big movies you can go right to the exact spot, and the exact spot is right here. Thank you very much.